Good morning, guys. Well, the Get Graphic Readathon began at midnight last night, and it's now 6 a.m., so I've effectively slept through the first 6 hours of the readathon. I have just less than an hour before I have to go to work, so I'm going to try and get started on my first graphic read. I Am a Hero, Omnibus Volume 6, by Kengo Hanazawa. And yeah, I'll keep in touch throughout the day. Well, I just got to work. It's about 7:30. I don't start till 8, so I'm going to sit in the parking lot and continue reading my manga. That's how far I've gotten already so far, so I'm moving right along. Should be able to make some pretty good progress this morning. Alright, back out in my car. It's lunchtime now, so I'm going to continue reading my manga. I got that far, so I literally just have this little bit left to finish, and I should be able to finish that easily. I've got a half hour left in my break. I wasn't sure I was going to get a chance to even get out here because it was pouring a little while ago, but so far it looks pretty nice, although another storm on the way by the looks of it. So yeah, I'll let you know how I do before I go back to work. Well, I just finished off my first manga of the Get Graphic Readathon with 15 minutes to spare before I have to go back from lunch. It did start to rain too, so I'm not sure what I'll be reading when I get back home. I'll see what I feel like picking up next. Alright, just heading out of work, and yeah, it looks like a storm's on the horizon there. Just finished some dinner, and I'm going to settle down with a cup of coffee and my reread for Get Graphic. This will be Tomboy by Liz Prince. It also is own voices because it's a graphic memoir. Okay, it's a little after 10 o'clock, and just finishing up Tomboy by Liz Prince. This is a reread for me. I read it about 2014, I think it was. Really love this book. It's very near and dear to my heart, and also my underwear. Yes, Tomboy underwear. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this is an own voices book. It's a graphic memoir about her growing up, being gender nonconforming, growing up as a tomboy, and the experiences she had, not wanting to wear dresses, playing sports, and constantly being teased about not conforming to society's views of what a girl should be like. And kind of consoling herself with drawing cartoons and things like that too, which is kind of funny because I have a little character that I've been drawing for many years since I started working at B. Dalton, so over a decade, almost 2 decades ago. The character is very similar to the one she draws here, so with her little baseball cap that she liked to wear, and yeah, I absolutely love this book. So anyway, I'm going to head off to bed. I'm going to probably read a little bit of Goodnight, Punpun by Inio Asano. This is volume 1 in a manga series I have not read yet. So yeah, this just could be like my manga read. The other one was over 300 pages, or this one could be my one over 300 pages because it also is almost 400 actually. But yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. So I'm going to say goodnight. Morning, guys. Welcome to day 2 of Get Graphic Readathon. It's 6:15. I worked 12 to 8 today, so again, I don't know how much reading time I'll get, but I think I did pretty good yesterday. I finished 2 of my challenges, and got started on the third one, Goodnight, Punpun. I actually read that before I turned the lights out last night. Yeah, so I'm going to continue with this one today and see how far I get. What's so fascinating out there? Intent stare out the window. My watchdog. Well, we're out for a walk. Weather doesn't look too good. It's actually kind of spitting down a little bit of rain here, but Skippy was eager to get out, so I thought we'd chance it. I may come back drenched, we'll see. But did get much reading done this morning. Kind of got caught up in YouTube. watched some videos, maybe read about 15 pages, but I'm sure I'll make up time on that because, like I said, mangas are quick reads. So yeah, we're gonna try and hustle our way around the block here before the skies open up. You can see Skippy's reflection. That's Allie. That's her friend Allie. Under the table with the little ones. Because Ellie's gonna wash my face. Huh. Yes, she's gonna wash my face. Love it. Fun. Waiting on treats. Look at that. Enter today before your chance to win cools off. This week on Man of the People, Pat Thomasville has just one question. Well, we didn't make it home. It's starting to drizzle pretty good. Come on, Skippy. No dawdling. We gotta get going. Alright, I'm back from my rainy walk. And I'm gonna pick up Goodnight, Punpun again. Sometimes the dialogue in this is a bit harsh. I mean, the teacher, if you make me mad, I'll break your neck. And this kid here, if you're lying to me, I'll make you pay. No, it's just a bit weird, some of the dialogue in this. So far from what I gather, this Punpun character, who seems to be looks like a bird with a sheet over his head, doesn't talk much. He pretty much just nods yes or no. Comes from a bad background. His father's very abusive to his mother. At the very beginning, he seems to attack her and put her in the hospital. He claims that someone broke in and attacked his wife, but the police suspect otherwise and lock up the father. So now Punpun's uncle is staying with them, and he's looking after the boy until the situation changes. His mother comes out of the hospital. Although Punpun is in no big hurry, he doesn't really like his mother. She makes him, eat his vegetables and do his homework. Yet he's anxious for his father to come home and praying that he'll get out of jail soon. Mixed up kid. Yeah. And now he's attracted to this girl, the one who says, if you're lying, I'll make you pay. So, I don't know. It's kind of a coming-of-age story, but very mixed-up childhood. Well, I'm just about to go into work. I've got that little bit left there on my manga. I'll probably read that at lunchtime and finish that off. So, off to work. Okay, I just got off work, and I finished Goodnight Punpun on my dinner break. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is a series I'm going to continue. The artwork was good. The one main character, Punpun, they never really explain why he looks this way. That's the way he sees himself and his family. His family looks the same way. But yeah, it was a sad little story. You come to understand a little bit more about why he feels towards his mother the way he does, even though after everything his father has done. But his father's not great of a character either, and I just feel really bad for the kid. And his lack of a love life, whatever, this girl that he becomes attracted to and everything. But it's a weird little story, a bit depressing, and in the end, I don't know. I just didn't really care for it, so I don't know what the big deal is. Maybe if you read further on, it gets better. I don't know. I just don't have the desire to pick up and read any further, so I'm gonna go get something to eat for dinner. A dinner. My dinner break was more like a lunch break. But anyway, yeah, so I'm not sure what I'll be reading, but I'll pick up something probably later tonight. Okay, it's 9:13 on day 2. Just got home from work, and I'm going to start it on Corpse Party, Book of Shadows. This is another really big one, but there's not a whole lot of text, so it's more imagery than anything. I'm hoping to be able to fly through this and knock out another one, or at least make a pretty big dent in it before I go to bed tonight. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Morning guys, final day of the Get Graphic Readathon. Another gloomy day. It is starting to rain, and I'm waiting for Skippy to go do her business, and then I'm off to work. Only read about 50 pages of that manga last night, so definitely got to make some headway today. It's starting to rain. I got to go get an umbrella. Talk to you later. Well, it's about 7:30. I'm in the parking lot at work, waiting to go in. I start at 8, so I've got about 25 minutes or so to do some more reading on this manga here. That's how far I got this morning. So the bigger part on the that side there is what I have left to read. It's kind of a weird manga. This is, I don't know if you call it a prequel, if you would call it a sequel to the original Corpse Party series. This is a manga based on a video game. So the video game came first and then they created the manga, from what I gather. I'm not familiar with the game at all, but it's a horror manga. And this particular volume of it, when I first started out, there were scenes that seemed like they were before the other series, but then there were scenes that it's like they remember the events that took place in the other series. So is it a future visions of things, a sequel, prequel? I'm not really entirely sure, but it seems to be made up of little short stories within here of the characters from that previous series, and like just a little bit more in depth on what happened with them back then and going into the future. So it's okay so far. I'm not loving it as much as the original one, but I am still really liking the artwork. Kind of like that all the way through with the characters, although sometimes some of the characters can look a lot alike and it gets a bit confusing. So but other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of get some reading done here this morning before I start work. Well, my lunch break's almost over. Did get quite a bit of reading done. Got just this much more left to finish off in this particular manga. Right now it's back to work.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, you. You had a busy day today? Grandpa said you had a busy day today. Yeah.
All right, just got back from work. It's about, just about almost 5 o'clock, so 7 more hours left of the readathon. Don't know that I'll make it to 11:59 tonight, but I'll do my best to at least knock off a couple more. I want to finish this one, and hopefully another manga. We'll see. But first, dinner. Get some pizza. All right, it's currently 9 p.m. and I just finished this beast of a book. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I like the artwork in it, but I wasn't all that thrilled with the little short stories and jumping around in time. I found it a bit confusing. The one problem, like I said earlier in the video, is that a lot of his characters look very similar, so sometimes you're not too sure who you're reading about, and the names, the Japanese names, there's so many characters in here, it's easy to kind of lose yourself in it. But I mean, overall, it was a nice addition, I guess, to the series so far. Apparently there's one more volume of it called Corpse Party Blood Drive. So, yeah, I'm not sure when that's coming out exactly, but I'll probably pick it up. But this sucker was like 608 pages, so I need a bit of a break right now, and then maybe once I climb into bed, I'm going to pick up Orange Future by Ichigo Takano. It's a fairly skinny one. Maybe I'll be able to finish it tonight. We'll see. That'll be a 5th book in this weekend readathon, so we'll see how that goes. I will be back. Say goodnight, Skippy. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Digging the china? Hey. I just got a new coffee mug. Of course, it's Doctor Who. Let me show you on the sides. There's the Silence, and the Daleks, and the Cybermen. And it's slightly TARDIS blue on the inside with coffee stains at the moment. Hey guys, so it's Monday morning. The readathon officially ended last night. I apologize if you can hear the air conditioner running or the people over in the quarry. Sometimes it gets a bit noisy. But it was so nice out and better lighting out here. So anyway, before the readathon ended last night, I was reading Orange Future by Ichigo Takano. This is a follow-up to the Orange manga series, which featured a young girl named Naho in school, and she receives a letter from her future self warning her to look out for Kikiro, a new boy that's coming to the school. We come to learn that he ends up taking his own life, and her future self is sort of warning her to watch out for this young man, to make friends with him and look after him, and yeah, sort of romance kind of thing ensues. She brings him into her realm with her friends and stuff, and it was just a really, really touching story, how they try to divert kind of the history that they know from their future selves. Orange Future kind of is the same story but told from a different perspective. This young man, Sua, is a friend of Naho and ends up being a friend of Kikiro as well. He also has feelings for Naho, and you see how the story unfolded from the main manga series, from his point of view and his perspective of where he is in the future without Kikiro, and what he does and what he sacrifices to save this young man as well. So it was just a really, really touching story. I really enjoyed it. It did get a little confusing at times as to where you were perspective-wise in terms of time. Are you in the future at points? Because sometimes the characters hadn't changed all that much, visually-wise. So you had to really look at it, pay attention to if you were in the future section you're reading or the past section. But I really, really enjoyed that. And then I still was kind of a bit awake, so I decided to pick up and start reading Doctor Who, The Forgotten, featuring the 10th Doctor. He wakes up after being passed out for some reason. He has no idea where he is, but he comes to discover he and Martha Jones are in some sort of strange museum dedicated to the Time Lords, and there's a special wing set aside just for the Doctor. Here's this little display of the various incarnations of his past selves and the outfits they wore and different objects that were kind of significant to that particular Doctor, like jelly babies for the 4th Doctor. There's some mysterious person enacting events that's causing him to lose his memory. All you see is this mysterious hand doing some controls. He passes out. When he wakes up, he doesn't remember his past selves or anything about them. So Martha Jones comes up with the idea that perhaps if he touches these objects with each Doctor, maybe something will trigger his memory. And what we get in the very beginning is sort of a flashback after touching this walking stick to the 1st Doctor. And a short little, just a couple page story of himself and the companions he was with at that time. Yeah, not a major short story with each character. I don't think it's going to happen, but just a snippet to give you an idea of what that Doctor was like. And I think they did a pretty good job with the illustrations and stuff. I'm literally just on chapter 2. That's where I kind of gave up the ghost at about 11:15 and decided to go to bed. So overall, I think I did pretty good with the Readathon. I completed 5 whole graphic works, one a graphic memoir, and the rest were all manga, and then a section of this one as well. So I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys have enjoyed the vlog. Oops. And yeah, I'll be next vlog will probably be for Booktubeathon coming up in about a week. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.